Hi and welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video, so I'm pretty sure it won't be the best one, but I'll try my best. My name is Marlena and I'm a mum of two beautiful children who I homeschool ever since day one. My son is 12 and my daughter's 4. And this is the beginning of my daughter's homeschooling journey, hence why I thought it would be a good time to start a YouTube channel. I have a lot of books to go through, so let's get to it. So the morning menu is just printed out and I placed it inside the menu covers, which has 4 pages, and you use a erasable whiteboard marker to trace or to circle things around in it. It's a great activity to start them with. Once we're done with the morning menu, we do a lesson of our Good and the Beautiful preschool course, which is a fantastic way of the little ones learning the phonic sounds and alphabet letters, as well as a little bit of numbers here and there. So that's the preschool course. It also comes with the practice sheets, and as the name suggests, it's just sheets of paper, sheets that you pull out and do an activity in relation to your lesson. We love the Good and the Beautiful and my son has been using it for years. It also comes with the activity folder. It's full of different activities to enhance the learning of the phonics and the letters. For Bible studies, we will be doing a reading from this family Bible. It's fantastic short little stories with some questions at the end of each one, and I'm sure we'll all enjoy it, as well as these Big Thoughts for Little People, which is full of little stories in alphabetical order. So that's what we'll be doing. I also thought to show you this little passport I created, which is available as a downloadable on my Instagram channel. I will leave a link for everything I mention below, so have a look through. It's just a little fun thing to add to the curriculum, and the curriculum does call for a passport that you create, which is already included as a printable in the curriculum, but I just thought to make my own. So if you like it, be sure to download it, and I hand stitched it with just thread and long needle, and I hope you like it. I don't think I've mentioned, but we are actually in the UK. We live in London, and it's quite frustrating sometimes because all of the good curriculums are based in America, and I get a lot of questions, people asking about how do I deal with the fact that the Good and the Beautiful is US based, and I always say to people that it doesn't bother me as much. There are little things here and there along the way, like money or measures or measurements, but that's little things that can be very easily translated, or you can just get a supplemental book to go along with it further down the line. So with that said, moving on to the next thing, we have All About Reading. I was lucky enough to get it as a pre-owned version Facebook Marketplace. If you've not seen the inside of All About Reading, here's a little peek inside. And it also comes with my book of letters. This is a pre-used one, so it's fairly used. There are a few pages left in it, which we will obviously use. But I have purchased our own student pack, which comes with my book of letters and sounds activity book, picture cards, letter sound cards, alphabet charts and animal stickers. And the pack that I got also comes with the 2 readers, and I love the fact that it's full of different activities every single day. So the activity book has, like for example, a page that you color the letter or you decorate the letter, as well as a few ideas of activities, and then the teacher's manual is full of different games and activities that you can do with your child to ensure they are working through the alphabet, learning all the sounds and letters. For a little extra practice, I also got her Get Ready for Code. This is the book A. I also have the book B and book C. This is a little look inside. And again, this is something that we'll just have to practice the letter sounds, because learning alphabet is not the easiest thing for the little ones. So the more books and activities they have, the better. So that's all of the core books that we'll be using. And aside of that, we also have Science and Geography. Science and Geography we will be doing as a family unit study. And even though my kids are, there's a big gap between them, I like the fact that if you go for a literature-based curriculum, you're just essentially reading books to them, and they pick up, depending on their age, they pick up what they need or what they like, and then you can work from that. So having said that, we are going with the Beautiful Feet Seasons Afield. I got that as a PDF version and I printed it out. It's a beautiful curriculum. This is a little peek inside of the book list. And another one. It's full of fun activities, notebooking, reading, exploring, and it's really fun. I'm really excited to get going with this one. However, since, like I said, we're in the UK, finding the books from the book list can be a little bit tricky. But if you do struggle with getting the books for it, all of the books are available on YouTube as a read alouds. So that's always an option if you do want to carry on with this curriculum in the UK. But most of the books are still on my wish list in my basket, but some of the books I have here. So one of them is the Watercolor With Me in the Forest. It's beautiful lessons of watercolor painting. I'm really excited to get going with this one. One of the other spines is the Slow Down book. If you're a homeschooler, I'm pretty sure you've seen one of those. We love books from Magic Cut Publishing, and as I said, we've had this one for years. We absolutely love it, and I'm very excited to start using this book as part of the curriculum. Another spine for our science curriculum is the Brambly Hedge books. So I got the book set, not the one big book, simply because, knowing my children, if they see a big book, they would probably think I'm about to read the entire book to them, and they'd be terrified because they would think, no, that's going to take too long. So I opted out for these little books. And the only difference is that they are singular books as per the seasons or different stories. All the illustrations are exactly the same, as well as the stories, obviously. And yeah, we've read one already and it's absolutely beautiful. We love Brambly Hedge collection. And the last book for science studies that I have at home is Looking at Nature, and this is a very old book. It's actually my husband's book when he was a child. We got it from my in-laws, and I'm excited to include it into our seasonal learning about nature. So that's all the books for science, and as I said, if I cannot get the actual physical books, we will be listening to them on YouTube as a read aloud. And now moving on to geography, that's the biggest stack of them all. We have Around the World by Emily Cook. This is again level 0, aimed at kindergarten, But as I said, we will be doing it as a family unit study together with my son. I love the fact that it has a weekly layout for you that you can just simply follow along. We will be following this layout. However, I will not be doing the book order as per the curriculum. So I will explain in a minute why, but let's talk about the spines first. One of the spines is the Beginner's World Atlas. It's the National Geography one, and I was lucky enough to find it secondhand on Vinted. Another spine is the Wild Animal Atlas. Again, it's the National Geographic one, and once again I was able to get it on Vinted. And same goes with Children Just Like Me. I was very happy to find it on Vinted, secondhand. All of the secondhand books that I got, they are literally like brand new. There is no sign of use whatsoever. You probably won't recognize this cover, but this is the book of animal poetry. I just took off the sleeve, as I just don't like the books with the sleeves. It's absolutely stunning. I've heard very good reviews about it, and I'm really happy that we can now include it in our geography unit study. Another spine is this a world full of animal stories. Once again, I was lucky enough to find it on Vinted secondhand, and as you can see it yourself, it's literally a brand new book. And last of our spine is Cooking Class Global Feast, and this one I'm really excited for since both of my kids absolutely love cooking. And then together with that we have some consumable books, and both of these are sticker books. So I have two of the World Atlas sticker activity books, for one each for each of them, as well as flags around the world, ultimate sticker book, and once again this is one each. And then we have the books that we will go to follow the actual curriculum. So there's a book list that's full of spines, as well as then the books that are recommended to then follow the curriculum. So the first book is Me on the Map, and then we'll move on to Katie in London. Since we live in the UK and we live in London, I thought this would be a great book to start with. And after that we'll do The Children of Noisy Village. This is a chapter book, and as far as I remember looking through the curriculum, you read a chapter a day. The chapters are very short, so I'm pretty sure my daughter will sit through it and won't moan that there aren't any pictures. And after we're done with that, we'll move on to Babushka Baba Yaga and The Drop Around the World. And as we move closer to winter, we'll start with Mr. Poppins Penguins. Once again, that's used, and Mitten. So these are the books that we'll start with. Obviously there are a lot more books included in the curriculum, but I've yet to purchase all of them. As the name suggests, you're supposed to build your library with this curriculum, so we are slowly doing that, and I will add more as we move on. So once we're done with the winter books, we'll move on to Australia, simply because we are planning a trip there and I want to do a unit study ahead of time, and that would be with the book Audrey of the Outback by Christine Harris and Anne James. And alongside of reading that book, I will also include One Woolly Wombat. It's Australian classic, and we've had this already at home, so we'll include that into our study, as well as A to Z Australian Animals. So as I said, these are the books we've already had, and I'll just include them in there. Some other books that I've included into our geography outside of what's recommended are Welcome to Our Playground, Material World, I absolutely love the look of this book, and the fact that it's full of stories of families around the world and children can relate to or associate with. It's a fantastic way and a different aspect of adding literature to geography. And as well as that, we have first atlas, which comes with a very big world map, and the curriculum calls for a world map that you can, there is a link for a printable version, but since we already have this one, that's the one we'll use. And lastly, we have the Science Chef. I absolutely love the look of this book. It's full of recipes from different countries, as well as experiments. So that's a different aspect of adding science into our geography. So that's very exciting. So as I said, this is our first year of homeschooling for my daughter, and my son will continue. He's never been to school, nor will she, hopefully. Yeah, I can't wait to get to it, and I'm very happy and blessed to have all of these resources at hand to keep her busy. And if we're not doing any workbooks or literature-based curriculums, I will also make sensory trays for her to further explore and learn her alphabet and numerals. So if you like sensory play or anything to do with that, I highly recommend following me on Instagram, since that's where I mostly share those. And I do like to create different things, and whenever I create something, I usually share it free of charge as a free printable for you to download and be able to use it with your own kids. So yeah, thank you for watching. As I said, it's not perfect, but I've tried my best, and hopefully I'll get better as I go along. But if you got to the end of the video, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll show you our curriculum choices for a preschooler slash kindergarten. In today's video I will show you all of our choices for a curriculum